Hello YouTube, and welcome to this new Unity 3D tutorial. This is our 103rd Unity tutorial, and what we're going to do in this quick and short, hopefully, tutorial is make it so when we enter one location, we are spawned outside that location in order that we can actually, well, if we say our character's up here and we walk all the way over to here and go in there, if we come back out, we'll spawn back up on top of the space station, even though we should spawn outside the house. So that's what we're going to do today, and hopefully it should work really well. So, there are many ways to do this. You can use booleans, everything, but I've got a really clever trick I'm going to show you with strings, which will work really well. So, first thing I'm going to do is tidy up our current in and out system. So if we go to our landscapes, cabin, and as you can see I've renamed it wood cabin. We're going to rename this doorway wood cabin _2 _ interior. So that what that door shows is the name of it is wood cabin, that's where we go from, and it'll take us to the interior. So if we go to our character and open up the collection script, here we can see here if the game object name equals wood cabin to interior, it loads the interior. And same thing with this here. So if the name is interior to wood cabin, it takes us back to level 1. Perfect, yeah? But however, what we need to do from here is store the name of the object we need to spawn at. So when we stick our character, because we're going to go character.transform.position equals this door or the other door on the interior. So the way we do this is if you open up your attributes for your player, so we're going to type here static var, and it needs to be static, otherwise you won't be able to send it between levels. If it's a normal var, it will only apply for the level it's on. If we send it static, you'll be able to stick it on all levels, which is a lot helpful. Yeah. So static var will be player load level location. So what we'll store in here is the name of the object our player needs to spawn at. So say we're coming out of the interior, it needs to go to cabin, wood cabin to interior spawn point, and we'll just store it as a string. So load location string equals nothing. So we're going to duplicate our collection script because on here we just want items, and I want a whole new level for all our levels what we're going to have. So we're going to duplicate our collection script and call it loading levels. In fact, level switching, that's better. And we'll assign this to our character, our normal character, and we'll open it up. So we can get rid of all this here, we don't need any of it, and we don't need any of this here until we get to our levels. So in here, so when we hit the wood cabin to the interior, it needs to say player attributes dot, and then the name of our thing, player load level location equals interior to wood cabin. So when we go in our wood cabin, it will set our string to interior.wood cabin. And then what we'll do on another script is when the level first loads, which we'll possibly do on this one, function start, if player attributes.player load location does not equal null. In fact, we'll put does not equal two speech marks. We'll put then game object.transform.position, so edit our character's position equals game object.find, and instead of speech marks we're going to put our name of our string there, so player attributes.load level selection .transform.position. So when the game first loads, it'll scan it. Is it blank? Well, yes, we've left it blank, so it'll spawn our character wherever. Then, when we hit our wooden cabin, it'll set the string to interior to wood cabin. So when it loads the game again, it'll do this function start again, and it'll set our character's position to that. However, If we do that, we're just going to hit it again and go through the door, then hit it again and hit it again and keep doing that. So an easier way to do it is copy this line here, GameObject.find, to here. So GameObject.find player attributes, blah blah blah, dot collider dot is trigger equals false. So it's a solid collider, so you hit it and you'll just bounce off it, it'll just not do anything, you won't be able to activate levels. So we're going to copy this into our interior to wood cabin here, and we're going to call it wood cabin to interior. So when we go through that one, it takes us to this one, and we go through this one, it takes us to that one. See, it's bouncing off each other. It's kind of like one more line on each thing, but that's all you'll have to add in future, one line. So we make it collider equals false, but then how do we enable it again? Well, that's going to be another script which we'll enable in a minute, which you'll see. So in here we'll type we'll get the GameObject.find again. GameObject.find.get component, and then in here we'll type collider range switch dot enabled equals true. So if we enable this, basically this script here is going to be our range detection switch, and we're going to say if the character's distance is more than 5, enable the collider again so we can go through it. So basically it forces our character to move away if they want to come back through the door. And the reason we're doing this is because you all know, well, if you've watched my tutorial series, I'm a massive fan of GTA. This is what they did on San Andreas. If you hit it, it'd spawn you right outside it, but then you'd have to walk away in order to come back through it. You could even hide it if you like. I like that. Let's hide it. So we're going to copy this and go collider instead dot yeah, we'll leave that. Don't hide it, because unless you want it as a variable, but I'm not gonna. But yeah. So we're going to clean this bit up a little bit. So we're going to go here, wood cabin and interior. Yeah. So in here we're going to store both of these, and we're going to change it to an else statement, because if we don't want it checking multiple ones, because if it hits that, we don't want it checking that as well. We may as well just have it check one, because we can't hit both. So wood cabin to interior, and then we've still got one more to do, which is, if you can't guess, our only other level, YouTube, space station and universe. So universe would mean our planet as well, so YouTube space station to, okay, yeah. So we'll rename this to GameObject.name YouTube space station to universe. So that one works, and this next one will be universe to YouTube space station. So as you can see, it's bouncing off each other really nicely now. So for every level, you've always got to have a back entrance, kind of. You know what I mean? A way back, unless you're having a one-way level like a portal or something. I don't know. But then this way, you've always got two bouncing off each other. So tick 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 tick. So this all works. All we need to do now is set up the collider range switch, and it should hopefully work. So if we stuck a level switching, collider range switch, don't worry about that. Yes, we can fix that now. So we're going to go to our where's the best place to stick it? We'll stick it on animations. Wait, it's got nothing to do with animations. Entity. I don't know where to stick it. Landscape, that'll do. Collider range switch. So we'll open this up, and we'll also go and find our mission. So mission 1. Today. There, we'll copy the location, stick it on collider range switch on the function update, and I'll explain why the function update in a minute. So I'll paste this here, and we'll say La da 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 da. We'll have to attach this to every door, but what we'll do is attach it to the doors we've got, stick it on a prefab so you can just use the prefab, it's much easier. So find our player, get the range. If the player is more than 5 away, then in here we need to deactivate whatever this did. So paste that there. Instead of GameObject.find, we'll type this. In fact, we'll type GameObject.collider is trigger equals true. So it is a trigger now. And then we'll disable this script. So GameObject.getComponent blah 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 dot enabled. In fact, we can destroy it. That's even better because it'll use less processing power. Destroy this. So destroy this script. However, I'm keeping this line here because we need to set it to null, so equals blank. So as soon as this level loads, if the player is far away, it'll set player attributes .player load level location to blank. So it'll reset it for us, so we've not got it saying things it shouldn't say. And take that line out. I've had a better idea. Put it here. There. Yes. So once it's finished with us and spawned us where we are, it'll set it to null. Then it'll come down. So let's start again. Right, from beginning. We go up to our wooden cabin, we hit it. It runs down, it sets it to interior to wood cabin. Then on the other level, it loads this and says if it equals null, it doesn't. So set our character's position to the game object, find that. So it'll set it to interior, so we'll be, I don't know, 30, 30, 30. Then it'll set the collider of that to false, so we'll bounce off it, it won't hit us. Then it'll set this script here on, which will say if the player is more than 5, set it to a trigger and then destroy it, otherwise leave it. And then the reason we're destroying it or de-enabling it is because otherwise you'll never be able to go into it because it'd always deactivate it. But then it'll come back and set it to null. So fingers crossed, it should work. I hope. All we need to do is assign, so to this door here, we'll assign collider range switch. There, and to our prefabs door arrow, we'll assign collider range switch. There. Perfect. Right. Test 2. Well, 1. We haven't tested it yet. Drop us? Where's it dropping us? As you can see, we have a small glitch. It falls through everything. The reason this is because a couple of tutorials ago we renamed our movement script to what was it? Land movement, and it deleted it off of here because I don't know, it shouldn't have done. But stick it back on, it'll just work fine now. There we go. So we can stand on. Let's jump over this wall. And so we really need to improve our gravity. There we go. So I'm gonna walk all the way up here, so I'll skip it and I'll be back in a minute. Hey YouTube, so I'm back and I'm just about to walk up. So we jump up and we hit it, boom, it loads us, and of course we've got to assign the script to that. So we'll go to interior, save, and we'll assign our land movement script and our collider script, whatever it was called, there, and where did you put it? Put it in collections, which is items here. Level switching, perfect. So let's see. And that one works, so we hit this. Nothing happens, we come back out. Why doesn't it hit it? Because we never named it. Perfect. So we go in, wooden cabin to interior. Interior to wooden cabin, that one. Put it on here. And click play. So we turn around, we hit it. It loads. We happy. It stickers right there. So if we turn around, as you can see, we're right there. We come off. And then we can hit it again. It loads. We're stuck right here. Perfect. Works 100%. Except that. So, small glitch with the camera, we can fix that another time. But what we're going to quickly do now is the space one, and then we leave it, we'll be happy. So, we go to level 1. And we double click our character, which will take us up here. We go to the side. In fact, I want to go to the top. There we go. We go to our prefabs. Select our door arrow here. That was my door, I apologise. And we'll rename this to YouTube Space Station to Universe. Perfect. Stick that in here. And is it okay? Yeah, that'll work. So as soon as we hit that, it should teleport us to the universe, which is if we go to levels, universe, double click our planet Serendip, and find our character, which is here, so we need to put it that way. So our character's here, so we put it right here, you can put it anywhere. And what we'll do is get our prefabs, door arrow, right here. Don't forget I want to add an atmosphere one day, so I'm putting it roughly about there, that'll do. 0, 0, 0, come back out, about there will do. And we'll rename this to, what we're naming it to, Universe to Space Station. Perfect. Stick that in our planet Serendip, and let's try it. So when we hit this, it should take us to the space station. When we hit the space station, it should take us to space. So let's see. Oh dear. And oh dear. Come here. I've just realised why it's not working. We haven't attached our things here. So where's our script? Scripts, character, and level switching. Again. So let's see. Boom. Loading. We need to stick a loading screen on it one day. Perfect. We're outside of it. Let's walk away and hit it. Loads us to the wrong level. The reason is because we've told it to load level interior. Universe. Try again. And we will see when we go up to it and hit it. We really should fix that interior one day. We should just have a whole episode on house making. That'd be cool. So it loads it. We definitely need to get our loading screen fixed. So it hits us. We come out that way. We go back in. Loads. And we are in space. Perfect. So that works. Thank you very much for watching. Sorry if it was a bit confusing at first, but when it gets to the end, you know it's easy. All you have to do is assign that door and stick these on everything, and you'll spawn back where you want to be. There's no messing with vectors, so if I didn't want the character spawning there, I could move him all the way over there, and he'd spawn there, not anywhere. It's really, really simple. Thank you for watching. Please join my Facebook group. Also, if you have any models you're willing to submit for the tutorial so we can distribute and have, we more than welcome post it in the description on the Facebook group and we'll have a look. See you next time.